All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I hope all is well. We just had a good session where we just went totally off script and just had a good time of putting the information out there. However, we want you credit repair people, the credit building, the credit inquiries, and the credit removals and the credit delivery. We want you to have this information by itself consolidated. So, in respect of your time, I'm finna cut it right off right now and say, hey, Shi Wealthy is in the building and she's gonna blast y'all out with so much information that your head gonna swell, but then it's gonna go back down because you're gonna consume it all in, and then you'll be able to lay it out, and then your life is gonna be so much better because you listen to this. So Shi Wealthy, give it to them, young lady.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the great introduction. Appreciate you as always. The man with the word. He's a wordsmith over here, ladies and gentlemen. So, giving Mr. William his flowers. Thank you for allowing me to bless the people on your platform. Is greatly appreciated. Now, I'm gonna just get into it, right? So, I've been harping that credit is important. You know what I'm saying? Credit is something that we definitely need to focus in on. And today, I want to be able to give you guys the opportunity to leave here with three items, right? I want you to be able to learn something new, right? I want to give you an action item that you can implement right now, right on the call, right when you're listening, or right after the call. But I ain't no better time like the present. And then I want to give you an opportunity in the same breath to help you get some money, make some extra money with no a whole bunch, not a whole bunch of extra work. Actually, them two go hand in hand because I'm gonna show you how you can use something that you're already doing to build your credit. But this, instead of just paying regular bills like we do every month, every 30 days, you'd be like, dang, I swear I just paid y'all. But February is a short month, only by a day or two. And it's like I feel like we just got in February. But it's that's almost over. So 2024 is not slowing down for anybody. But the three things, recap real quick. I want to teach you something new. I want to give you an action item that's easy that you can do right now, and then I want to give you opportunity to make some money, right? So, if we were live, I would say if the church is in the building, can I get an amen? But since it's only me and coach here, we'll forego that. But in all
Amen.
honesty, yes. Thank you, church. But in all honesty, high level, credit is one of those things that can change your life. And I don't know if anybody has been paying attention to the things that's going on around us as far as like, the laws on abortion in different states. I think Alabama just passed a new law about in vitro. Um and now doctors and physicians in the state of Alabama don't want to even deal with in vitro anymore. So it's costing millions of dollars. It's costing people millions of dollars. It's costing people jobs. And somebody said something interesting about this is like one step from the handmaid's tale. I don't know if a lot of people know about the handmaid's tale, but I think it's on Netflix. It's basically a series about um the world getting sick and people not being as fertile, right? So they're having fertility issues and people can't conceive children regularly, normally. So we reached out to science, and then they did this whole corporate thing with the world where they like all the women lost their jobs and the men were in charge, but it was like Congress had implemented this crazy law, basically rounding up all the fertile females and pushing them out to all the high ranking officials so their legacy can continue. It's a wild story. I say all that to say this, right? If your ducks are not in order, you will find yourself victim to situations like this. They said the Handmaid's Tale is fiction. It's not real. It's a made up story, but it could not be closer to the reality we live in with the overturn of Roe versus Wade. And I say all that to say, if the government is ever in a situation where they have to, confiscate people's bank accounts and people ain't got cash to move, what's the next best thing? I'm just telling you, you always got to have your trap door ready. You always got to have your exit strategy. Because if you like, if they said we getting invaded tomorrow, Shi Wealthy is on the first thing smoking out to another country. I'm not even playing. Passport ready, credit on deck. I got lines like we can go. Which card you want? You want the American Express? You want the City? What you want the Chase? Like what do you, yo, whatever you want, you can have. I'm swiping this card and I'm out because I'm like I'm not playing with none of these people. So all I'm saying is be aware, learn something new that's going to help you and not hinder you. And credit is one of those things. Because if it all go down, all I'm gonna say is, I got my go bag ready. Coach, you got your go bag ready?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. I want y'all to be. I want y'all to take this stuff serious because it's real out here. Laws are changing, and if you're not involved and you're not getting yourself ready, you're not in a position to go. Like you're gonna be in a world of hurt. But
You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
listen, I'm just trying to tell the people, not to be dramatic, but I'm just that was just some stuff that was floating around in the air, and I was like, man, that is crazy. But back to credit, right? So high level, for my folks that don't know anything about credit, credit is a it's very daunting, but it's very easy once you get the nuts and bolts of it, right? So if you have a good credit, you open yourself up to um great interest rates when it comes to mortgages, car loans, things of that nature. Um, I don't have to pay any deposits when I move and I gotta set up the utilities. I never pay any deposits. I don't pay deposits when I move into apartments either. Um, but I'm looking to buy something real soon. I'm really excited about that. But my credit is premium A1, so it opens doors for me, right? It doesn't hinder me. It doesn't hold me back. It's actually a booster. That's more like a rocket launcher, right? Like when I go to the airport, I don't sit with the regular people. I go to one of them fancy lounges where the food is free, the alcohol is free. That's what credit can get you. Credit gets you in places like that. Like I literally don't even use the regular bathroom in the airport. I go to the lounge because I know it's clean. And not only is it clean, it's beyond clean. Because they got the staff in there rotating 24/7. 20, well, until the airport's open, but you know, and these are just the small perks. The small perks that having good credit can do for you. Now let's talk about how we get the good credit, right? First, you got to pull your credit report, right? And I said a couple videos ago, if you have a social security number, you have a credit report, right? So, first place you want to go, you can Google free credit report. I think there's annualcreditreport.com. You can get it for free. And I think since COVID started, you can get a free credit report every week. I think that's the new thing because there was so much fraudulent activity going on. They opened up that type of access, right? So the first thing, get your credit report, look at it, make sure everything is that's on there is actually correct. Like you don't want any erroneous addresses. I don't care if you've already lived there. If it's not the current address you're currently living at, you need to highlight that thing and get that out of there, right? What else is on there? Names, aliases. If your name is incorrectly spelled or there's an alias name on your credit report, you need to also have that removed, right? So, and this is aesthetics. You want your credit report to look clean. That means one name, one address, one employer, right? And then the rest of the body, which is all your credit accounts. Now, if you don't, one of those people that don't have credit because you didn't know anything about credit, then today's the day for you because I'm going to give you the sauce on how to create credit, well, positive credit, right? So if you have no credit or bad credit, they're essentially the same, right? Because you like between a 3 and a 500, a 300 and a 500. And that's for people who have no credit or people who have bad credit. So if you have bad credit, you want to remove all those derogatory remarks. That's what we call them. Whether it's charge offs, old utility bills, any bill that you didn't pay that made it to collections, that's derogatory, right? We want to have that removed. And if it's over a certain period of time, like it can be easily removed. Now, don't misquote me, but certain criteria for certain timelines is a thing. So for like inquiries, 2 years max. But if it's not tied to an open account, you can have that removed, right? So anything that's erroneous, especially if you like 18, you got all kinds of crazy stuff on your credit, and there's no way that you should have been liable for it because you weren't 18 years old 6 years ago when you got a utility in your name. You can easily prove that by just saying, hey, call in the credit bureau, like, yo, like I'm such and such age, this is my date of birth, this is tied to this social, like I didn't do this. They'll work with you and get that removed, right? So there's different things that you need to worry about, but hindsight, the body is all of your credit lines. Like, if you have loans are a big thing, but it's not really. But positive trade lines, that's what we want to focus on to help boost your credit score. Positive trade lines. Once you clean up everything and you get it nice and slick with the singles, the single name, single address, single employer, then we can work on building positive trade lines. So we'll get you like, your first credit card. We teach you good habits on the credit card, knowing what your limit is, dividing that thing by three and never going above that. Being responsible, swiping the card, paying it off before the bill is due. Um, it's just there's very easy things you can do and practice once you're building your credit. Now it's easy to start from scratch, like you learning about credit for the first time, so you ain't got no bad habits to combat, which is which is great. So when you're going through and you're learning about credit, you'll learn the right way of how to use credit, and you won't never be behind. You won't be negative because you'll know all this information up front. And all you can do is just take off like a rocket because you'll know all the tricks to the trade and you'll know how to navigate. And then once you get the fundamentals down, as far as like I said, learning your credit limit, dividing it by three and never going over that third, like that's magic. That's gold. A lot of people don't know that. paying Not paying your credit on time, paying it off early, right? And knowing the billing cycle. So like if your bill is due, say the 28th of the month, you do plus or minus 3 to 4 days before, 3 or 4 days after, right? That's your grace period. But you want to pay before then, right? You want to pay before the first and before that grace period. Why? Because when that payment will post, and once that payment posts and it posts before the closing of that billing cycle, it'll report to the credit bureaus. And you always want it to be reflecting that you used the card but you paid it off, right? That's very responsible. So that's going to reflect positively on your credit file, right? But if you don't know this, you can't apply these tools and strategies, right? Because a lot of times what happens are people only pay the minimum on the due date, right? And it's like, man, I pay this thing off every month and it never reflects because you're paying it on the wrong day. You're paying it on the wrong day, and it doesn't take time. It doesn't get captured for the billing cycle to be reported to the credit report. So, I gotta highlight her later. Um, so those are some of the tools, but it's very easy. And I was gonna say it's not rocket science at all. Once you know how to navigate, this is easy money. Easy money. And talking about easy money, for my people that pay their bills on time and don't play about that, like you ain't never late on the rent, you ain't late on the utilities, and if you can't pay the whole thing off, you put a little something on it, and then when you come back, you put a little bit more on it, but you ain't never been, what I'm saying, you got good healthy adult practices when it comes to your bills. You ain't at the club spending your rent money. For those people, right, who don't know about credit, who's learning about credit, I got something special for y'all, right? So, I probably should put on my glasses now so I can see. I just took it off because the light reflecting, looking crazy. Don't worry about it. But did you know the bills that you pay every month can be added to your credit report to boost that positive impact for your credit? And if you didn't, don't worry about it. It's cool. I got you covered. I got you covered, because that is a game changer for people who are not in a position to go outside and apply for credit cards right now, right? Even though you could, a lot of times people that don't have the best credit, you got to start with secure cards. And a secure card basically is saying like, yo, uh, give me $500 and we'll open up a secure card, and you have up to $500 on this card and you can swipe, but you still got to pay, because this $500 is just a placeholder saying that we're holding this as collateral. So you can go swipe up to 500, but this 500 ain't paying that bill. So you got to pay. So you can go swipe. We can hold this 500. You can go swipe, but you still got to pay this bill. So it's a good starter card, right? But for people that don't want to do that, you just want to come straight out the gate. You want to get your 600, your 670, straight out the gate. Use your utilities. You pay rent every month. You pay gas and electric, possibly internet, cable. You know what I'm saying? All these things that you pay every month, you can have that added to your credit file to boost your score, right? So that's a game changer. Let me share my one participant. Yes. So let me go ahead and get that going. The share screen. Do do do. You gave me co-host, right? Sharing options. One
Yeah,
per.
you co-host.
Okay. All right. As I see your screen, it's not doing the little green thing where it let me do do do. All righty. Boom. Let me.
You pulling up, now I can see it in your glasses.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right. So, sharing my screen. Thank you. Appreciate that. I get out of here so I can do my work. Okay. So, uh this is self. This is my personal account, so we gonna look at all that craziness. Um so this is one of the tools I use to help boost your credit profile, right? Then this is self.inc/home. Well, you gonna be self.inc so you can actually register. So here it says grow credit using your bills, manage your rent, cell phone, utility payment, credit reporting, right? So, and this thing is dirt cheap. Like you can sign up. They have so many programs to help people build credit. And it's not the only thing out here. I think they got Kickoff and a couple other platforms that helps you build your credit, right? So you, oh man, they putting my business out here. So my rent, that's not my rent. That's I'll pay 1,400, but I'll be swiping the credit card. So I use the credit card to actually pay my rent so I can get the points. Point game is lit, right? So this is TransUnion. This is my TransUnion Vantage score. Now, disclaimer. I gotta put this out here because they all here playing with my name. I have a loan that's like $60,000 and they have it reporting as a credit card, which is wrong. It's erroneous. I'm disputing that right now because that is hindering my credit utilization. So my credit utilization is at like 36%, which isn't terrible, but it ain't where I want to be. In all actuality, my actual credit um percentage is like 12. It's like 12%, but they got that loan mislabeled. So that's why you got that Vantage Score 3, which nobody uses really, by the way. Everybody, most important people, the big banks, the ones that's gonna give you the bang, they using FICO score 8s and 9, but that's an advanced lesson. So we'll get into that later on down the line. But I want to focus on this cell phone and utilities, right? So and all these will report to your TransUnion, right? Your TransUnion credit report. But um Experian is really good by picking up all these extra things anyway. So these might definitely pop up on your Equifax as well as your TransUnion. Okay. So this is one of the platforms where you can use. You just go to Google, go to self.inc, self.com, set up an account, come in here, scroll down, you'll see report my utilities. You can come in here and you can set all this up. And it's real easy. You just click, point and click, like right here. It's probably gonna show more of my stuff. I don't want to give everybody my business. So, but I just wanted to show y'all the platform. It's very colorful and very engaging, and kids will love it. When we talking to the grown people right now. But they have so many different things you can use on how to build your credit. They even have tutorials on here, right? And like I said, I was gonna give y'all some game. So all this is like a one-stop shop right here. They're gonna teach you about credit. They're gonna help you, use your utilities and your bills that you pay on a monthly basis to report to your credit report to boost your credit score. And then they're gonna teach you about credit. They're going to teach you what they want to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to actually use it because they ain't going to tell you everything, which they shouldn't because, they try to keep us where we at, but we ain't even playing with all that. So now here's the money maker, right? Get you a free $10 when you refer a friend. Anytime you set up an account, you say you set up an account, you do all the things, you get a link. So this is called a referral. It's a referral link. It's affiliate marketing, which it is. Like, hey, yo, I'm building my credit. I'm on this journey to help, build my credit. So, I don't have to get denied for anything, and I can start leveraging my credit to get me the things I want in life. And I want to tell everybody about it. Like, I want to tell my friends, like, yo, come do this thing with me. You know what I'm saying? Where we can build our credit and we can go get this bag, right? So you just referring your friend. You just telling people about what you doing and how it's making you money. They gonna want to get in too. I want my $10. I want my $30. So this is a great resource, right? It's a great resource. So go ahead, and they have all these they have a lot of different information in here, but I want to focus on the opportunities they have to teach you more about credit, to put some money in your pocket and boost your credit score. So you getting a trifecta right here, live and direct. Live and direct with stuff you're already doing. So it don't cost you nothing extra, but like 5 minutes of your time just to go in here, sign up, get this app, and start helping yourself be a better version of yourself, right? Future you will thank you. So, Coach, that's all I got for today's session. I wanted to make sure I kept my word with the three things I wanted to offer, which was educate the people on something. You know what I'm saying? Give them the tools they need to take action right now with, not a whole lot of time needed, not a whole lot of energy needed, and then give them a way to make some money. Right? Did I keep my word?
Kept your word. You kept your word. I'm proud of you. I'm happy to hear that. It's good stuff. I mean, so you got a self-rent bill thing. It's an app that you can download, and every time you pay your bills, it'll go through.
Yep. It'll report on your credit report,
Help you
giving you
out.
positive trade lines. Absolutely.
Now, is that hard to set up or easy to set up?
It's super easy. Like I just logged in, pushed a couple buttons, done. Done. And I think like I was scrolling, it showed my rent on there.
Any,
Like,
any
oh,
bill that it excludes that we need to worry about?
huh?
Any bill that excludes, like the water bill, whatever you, I mean, like any
No,
bill, like
any bill that you pay on a monthly basis, you can upload. So all they're gonna ask you for is like they're gonna ask you for verification, right? So you're gonna take your bill, you're gonna add in all the information, and or you can upload the entire bill and don't have to add no information. They'll review it and then they'll add it.
gotcha.
Yes, it's just that simple.
Okay. And then the other part is, if you're a part of that program, you got affiliate link that you can do to affiliate other people and get $10.
$10 per head. So, you get it how you live. I think it's a much better and much easier life than, selling drugs on a corner.
Definitely safer.
Definitely. Ain't nobody coming back for this $10. Like, you throwing it away. Go ahead. Get as many as you want. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's easy money. You
Love
ask
it.
me, it's easy money. You might as
I
well
love it.
like that.
Yeah, I love it. I
Got
love
10
it.
friends
And
right
how
now.
much?
Like, go ahead, hook it up. You just go hit this link, sign up, get your $10, give my $10, and then get your friends. Like,
And how much it costs some money if you don't mind me asking?
How much it costs?
a month? Yeah, for the app.
The app itself is free. Now
Mm,
the only thing you're gonna pay for is different types of services. That's
okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So depending on what services you pick, so like the bill reporting, I think that comes with a subscription, right? Um, but it can't be no more than $5.
And the reason
But
why I asked,
free.
yeah, the reason I asked because I'm like, okay, you refer somebody a month, they pay for your bill.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. That's
She
why I was trying to give
wealthy.
somebody a play to run. I'm like you, I'm trying to give an education. I don't, hey,
Because it's
look,
out here. It's
I know
out
you
here.
spoke,
People don't know what to look for, but you know,
and that's why we exist. We exist because hey, you're not gonna learn it all, but if you listen, you may learn something.
exactly.
Absolutely.
That it's that simple. It's that simple.
Well, Shi Wealthy, I do appreciate you giving the people this good information, satisfying us with knowledge, education, and action steps. Right. When I say knowledge, education, I'm saying, hey, she already got the knowledge. So the education part is educating you on how to use it. And then, hey, action steps on what to take next. And it's very important that we understand the distinguish between people out here that want to help you, assist you to be a better person, and to help you be assist you to be better for somebody else. Because if you're a better person and somebody help you, and we hope it is the gift to keep on giving, just like everybody did COVID, right?
Absolutely.
Kept spreading. So we want this to be
The
contagious.
best gift to
People
keep giving
helping
it.
people.
Absolutely.
Well, you got the closing remarks, and we done out there. I'm gonna go off the camera and let you have closing remarks all by yourself.
Oh, oh, all right. Well, let's get into it. Hey, I appreciate y'all for stopping through, hanging out with me and Coach T, getting some credit game. But listen, like the man said, why wait to be great? Take action today. Do it for you. Do it for you. Do it for your family. Do it for the dream you thought you had to let go. Ain't no such thing as letting go of no dream. If you want that thing, get up, devise a plan, get up and get after it. Because this after it's you create your own reality with your actions. It's that simple. And if things get in your way, that just means you got to navigate obstacles. You got to navigate. Don't let nothing stop you. If that's what you want and you determined to get it, can't nothing stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. So look in the mirror and recognize who you are and go be great and don't wait. Let's go.
Perfect. All right. Good night.